So birds basically are what brought me to Cornell. So the way this app works, this is the web-based version. You would select a photo, and then if there are more than one bird in the photo, you can draw a box, and then in this case, the system suggested or asked you to click on the bill tip and the eye, and then if you took it with a cell phone, it probably already knows the location, but the location is very helpful for identifying birds, also based on the time of year. And then it thinks a little bit and creates a list of possible birds. In this case, there was a very short list of just one. And it thinks that this image is a black-capped chickadee, but it's really up to you. So it's just suggesting the species. If you think it's right, you would say, this is my bird. It then plays the bird song for you, and it shows you information about that bird. And more importantly, on the Lab of O servers, it stores that example as a candidate new image with that label. And so at some point, an expert there will take a look and confirm or reject it, and then that can go back to that deep learning thing and train it and make it smarter. So there's also an app which actually during this very lecture, you could download it and have it on your phone and ready to go to use on Roosevelt Island. It's called Merlin. And Merlin is now, the visual ID is powered by Visipedia. And this thing runs right on your phone. You can be off the grid and use it. And it's based on bird packs. So if you go to Scandinavia or you go to Alaska, you can download the bird pack before you go and get not only the computer vision, but gorgeous photos, tons of information. And it's just a wonderful way to do science outreach, particularly with kids. From there, when we did that, and I went around giving talks about this, I got many, many people asking, can you do the same thing for mushrooms and moths and so forth? And the simple answer was yes, we can do it, but we need community interaction to get it to work. That's how it worked with the Lab of O. Anybody these days, even high school dropouts, can get the latest deep learning code and hack together something that recognizes birds in some way. But to get something that's very high quality and recognizes the species to a level that would be acknowledged by ornithologists, you really need to work directly with that community. And some of our core values include provenance tracking. Who was it that provided the photo? Attribution. Who contributed the label? So these are all important things that are more on the ethics side of machine learning, as opposed to just turning the crank on a machine learning method that takes data and spits out an answer. So after giving all these talks, we got lots of interest from other people. And so we started organizing a series of workshops, and we've done I think seven of them, with everything from fish to butterflies, and this is a mushroom data set from Denmark, and this is a flower data set from China. This is wildlife camera traps. And out of that process, we got a really great collaborator called iNaturalist. So iNaturalist is also a citizen science app that's run out of the California Academy of Sciences in San Francisco. And they were in a similar state as the Cornell Lab of Ornithology app was, where they just had a pretty cool app for taking pictures and sharing it with other nature enthusiasts, but they didn't have AI built into it. You'd have to wait something like 96 hours on average to get something ID'd by another person. So we collaborated with them and got about 26,000 species trained in the system. And now if you download iNaturalist, it also has Visipedia built in. So this too you can download on your phone, iOS and Android. And it's got about 13 taxonomic groups, even like microscopic organisms. Those aren't the most popular ones, but so you can actually try this. And so this was, that concludes this first part that just talks about this Visipedia concept of capturing and sharing visual expertise in a way that combines human and machine abilities. Then, so I'm just going to, in the interest of time, I'm going to skip to the augmented reality part. So